Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been putting off talking about this one for a while now, not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now it's time. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk. Let's get right into it.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer begins by explaining that this was their very first foray into the world of electric bikes. After a great deal of research and changing their mind multiple times on what style they wanted, they ultimately decided to take a chance on this particular electric bike. The value it offered was a significant factor in their decision, making it feel like a low-risk opportunity to finally try one out. They figured in the worst-case scenario, it could always be sent back, but thankfully that was not necessary. Upon its arrival, our reviewer was immediately pleased to find the packaging was in perfect condition, and the assembly process itself was surprisingly easy. They note that the electric bike feels incredibly solid, with a sturdy frame that inspires confidence. For someone of their height, around 5'7", the fit is absolutely perfect. A standout feature for them is the long and comfortable seat, which is not only great for the rider but also thoughtfully designed to potentially carry a second person. A cool bonus further enhanced by the inclusion of rear passenger pegs. The large, color LED display was another check in the positive column. While our reviewer was happy with the stock features, they did add a few personal touches like new pedals and side mirrors to make it their own. Their only minor critique is the absence of a rear rack, but they acknowledge that you can't have everything. Aesthetically, this client finds the electric bike to be very good looking, although they understand its distinct dirt bike style might not appeal to everyone. Ultimately, assuming one receives a non-defective unit, this client feels this electric bike checks all the important boxes for someone seeking an affordable and stylish ride. It has delivered on all their expectations and represents a fantastic purchase.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer describes their experience with this electric bike as incredibly fun, but they caution that its significant weight makes it impractical to transport like a regular bicycle. Instead, it should be considered more akin to a moped or a small motorcycle. On the road, this substantial size and presence work to its advantage, as our reviewer found that car drivers tend to give it a wider berth, often mistaking it for a motorcycle at a quick glance. This contributes to a greater feeling of safety in traffic. The performance backs up this impression with a top speed that feels comparable to that of a small gas-powered moped. Out of the box, some minor adjustments were necessary. The full suspension system was noisy and creaky, but this was easily remedied with some lubricant. Our reviewer also had to perform a few small tasks during assembly, such as untangling some wires beneath the fork plate and ensuring the tire bead was properly set on the rim before inflation. Once set up, the ride is a pleasure. A particularly useful feature is the cruise control, which is available on all power settings. This client enjoys setting it to a comfortable lower speed for a relaxed, all-day cruise that requires minimal pedaling. After putting a good number of miles on the electric bike over several charging cycles, no mechanical issues have emerged. The reviewer strongly suggests that, as with any new bike, owners should do a thorough check and tighten all the bolts before their first ride. They believe that many complaints about loose parts on similar products often stem from users neglecting this crucial first step.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer initially faced a bit of a snag shortly after receiving this electric bike. The very first thing noticed was that the bracket designed to install the kickstand was unfortunately broken right off. It was a clear defect straight out of the box, which was, understandably, pretty disappointing for a new purchase. The immediate thought was to get a replacement part, but that's where the next hurdle appeared. Our reviewer found there was absolutely no contact information provided with the bike to reach out directly to the manufacturer. This meant going through the retailer, which in this case would have necessitated sending the entire large item back just to get a replacement. Imagine the hassle of repacking and shipping an entire electric bike just for one broken small piece. It wasn't exactly an ideal solution, and definitely a source of frustration for this client. So this reviewer went ahead and initiated the return process, as it seemed like the only viable option at the time. However, shortly after taking that step, something positive happened. The company behind this electric bike proactively reached out. They were keen to resolve the issue without the need for a full return. They handled the situation quite well, offering practical solutions that turned the experience around. They promptly sent out a brand new kickstand, which addressed the initial defect directly. On top of that, they even offered a partial refund for the inconvenience, which was a welcome gesture. While the initial issue was a bit of a bummer, our reviewer was ultimately impressed with how the company stepped up to make things right. It's good to see a company stand behind their products and prioritize customer satisfaction, even when a small flaw pops up.
That's all for now. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe. Let's talk in the comments. See you in the next video.